Hello, my name is Sophia, and I'm giving myself 1 year to start a knitwear brand. As you can see in the background, I have an industrial knitting machine. I also have a linking machine. I also have a yarn winder and a steamer. Deadline is January 1st, 2027. It's already March, so goals are have a brand name, have a website, have at least 2 products available on that website for custom ordering. Just general marketing. Try and sell those products. Try to look like a brand. In no way am I looking for this to become my full-time income. Right now, I don't have a job, but that's not because I'm trying to hustle and create a brand. That's because they fired me. So I'm wearing 2 of my most worn pieces out of everything I've ever made. I made them in 2023 on my hand knitting machine. It's this top and this skirt. I was thinking I could recreate them on my industrial knitting machine and make them into products. I'm going to start with the skirt because I think it will be easier. I have already made 1 sample. Let me show you. There are a few issues with this sample. First of all, it's way too big for me. Secondly, the back panels are longer than the front panels. I did this on purpose because usually in pattern making you do make the back of the skirt longer than the front of the skirt because you have more volume in the back. But obviously I exaggerated. Thirdly, in the back there is more fabric, so there are more gatherings and it just is very obvious. Honestly, this issue comes down to me just not doing any math and going strictly on feeling. One day I will fix the back panels of this skirt so at least someone can wear it. But for now, I'm going to make another prototype using this yarn. I have already knit every single piece I need to construct skirt number 2. These are the skirt panels, and these are the waist panels. Now all I need to do is link them together with the help of my linking machine and some scrap yarn. I'm heading for the pub. It's my best friend's boyfriend's birthday, and I'm bringing my skirt. So I'm gonna weave in the ends at the pub until I have too many beers and can't anymore. I did not weave in any ends at the pub yesterday, so. The skirt is basically finished. It just needs an elastic through this channel here, and it needs to be steamed. I don't know if you can see, but it is very wrinkly. These wrinkles are a tension issue in the fabric. So I'm going to spend the day knitting some samples to see if there is any other way that I could knit the skirt panels so we don't have a tension issue so we don't have to spend a lot of time steaming. Here's my first sample. On this one, I used a smaller stitch size than on the skirt panels and one less thread. I thought that the issue with the skirt panels may have been that the stitch size is too big, so the loops are too big and that creates some weird tension in the yarn. But I can already see on this small little swatch that this wouldn't have been a solution. Now, this swatch was an experiment. I use both the front needle bed and the rear needle bed, and it goes like zigzag. This swatch and the skirt panels are just single jerseys, so you use one of the needle beds and you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This swatch would be a solution to my problems. This does not seem to have any weird tension, but I don't like the waffle look of it. So we're not any closer to fixing the problem. I'm going to knit one more sample using the exact same settings as the skirt panels and instead changing the tensioners on the machine. So I'm going to tighten up this one to the max. I'm also going to tighten this one to the max. Here's the swatch that I knit yesterday, and I can already tell that changing all of those settings did not make any difference. Maybe you can see. I don't think you can see. Maybe I can't see. So it's not super clear in any way. Usually a problem like this can force you to create something entirely new, but in this case, I don't really want to because I like the idea. Anyways, whilst I think about all that, I'm going to knit new back panels for this skirt so it's wearable and doesn't look silly. This is one of the new back pieces, and it's not looking wrinkly at all. I am so confused. So I'm thinking either the tension things I did on the machine actually worked, or the problem is steaming. So maybe the heat from the steamer is what causes the wrinkles. I'm going to steam the piece now. So we're going to see before and after. Before, after. Steaming is the problem. I'm very confused because at this point I already know that these wrinkles are possible to steam out with enough persistence. So how can steaming be both the problem and the solution? That doesn't make sense. Alright, I knit the second blue back panel and I'm going to try and steam it, but this time spraying it with cold water before so it doesn't get so hot. That might have worked. I'm not really sure because it's still very wet. You obviously can't see anything. We'll see tomorrow, but now I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna have to link it still wet. I absolutely hate linking, so redoing this hurts my heart. It has to be done. I'm gonna try standing up this time. Maybe it hurts my back a little bit less. The blue skirt is finished. I steamed out all the wrinkles. It was really not that big of a deal. Spraying it with cold water before steaming it did not do anything. Basically, I just have to accept that if I want to work with this yarn, I have to spend more time on steaming. If I don't want to spend time on steaming, I'll have to use another yarn. The pink skirt is also finished. It turned out really well, beautiful. Now I will be making another skirt because whenever I put the pink skirt on backwards and saw the little triangle on the behind, I really liked it. So I want to knit another skirt where there's a triangle at the front and then a triangle at the bottom. This time I'm going to use this yarn. This, the blue, and the pink are all the same composition. They're all 55% cotton and 45% lurex. So they should act exactly the same. So this one should also need steaming. Actually, I did already knit the waistband yesterday. So I tried to knit one of the waistband panels and it failed twice in the exact same area. It's got drop stitches. On this one, it's got drop stitches in the exact same area. I couldn't see anything wrong with the needles or the programming. So when I knitted a third time, I was sitting by the machine looking at this specific area to see what the hell is happening. And nothing happened. It was successful. Thank God, but also what went wrong the first two times? I need to knit the exact same thing another time, and I'm gonna sit there and watch it because I can't trust it. It worked. Again. Wonderful. But that means I can't explain what happened the two first times, which is really frustrating. Let's link everything. I have these two that make up the waist panel, and then I have 2 out of 4 skirt panels. I'm going to link these to the waist panels. If it looks good, I'm going to knit the other 2, link them, have a beautiful skirt. If it doesn't look good, I didn't waste my time or my yarn. Here is the other half of the skirt. So let's link it all together and form a full skirt. All 3 skirts are finished. Spoiler alert, I am not happy with any of them. The blue skirt is the only one with 2 diamond repeats before the triangle. As I mentioned in the beginning, it is too big for me, but with the elastic, it looks fine. And honestly, I like that I have a skirt that is slightly bigger because then I can try it on different people and see what size it is, which sizes fit into this skirt versus the other skirts. Also, I don't like the color blue. That's why I made the first sample in blue. Overall, very happy with this skirt. It taught me a lot. I'm happy I remade the back panels, It looks phenomenal now. Next is this pink skirt. This skirt only has one row of diamonds before it starts the triangles. I did this on purpose because I like to wear my skirts low-waisted. However, I think this one looks better high-waisted. I think in general, the silhouette of these skirts sit better high-waisted. I think the arch at the hips just sit better higher up. I still think this one is really good compared to the blue with the double diamond repeat because this one I could wear low-waisted. I like my tops to be quite long, and if I have a long top and I have this high-waisted, it's gonna cut off all of the fun details. And also the texture of the lace and the gathers would show through. So with this one, I can, when I'm wearing a low top, pull down the skirt a little bit. So you get the fun details and you don't have bulkiness under your top. I am very happy with the pink skirt. I think this one is probably the best one, which maybe is spoiling the results of the red one. Thirdly, the red skirts. The positive thing with this skirt is I love the back. However, I don't like the front. I definitely prefer the arch at the hips on the pink skirt. I like how it goes up to the hip and then down again, following that second triangle. I do not like the arch of the red one as much, where it just comes up from the triangle to the hips and then it goes down again in the back, so you don't see it, you don't get that arch. The other thing I don't like about the red skirt is there's too much volume. I thought the skirt would look good with more volume. Instead, I think that the skirt panels and all of the gathering looks very heavy against a lacy waistband. That said, I love it in the back. The more volume you have in the back, the bigger your butt looks. Another thing I don't love about this red skirt is that it doesn't look very good low-waisted. It looks fine low-waisted if I'm wearing a top that's longer, which is the point. So it's very unfortunate that I'm not really happy with any of them, because I was hoping to sort of be done with the product development of the skirt. It's fine, we'll just have to continue in the next episode. Next time I do want to try and make a skirt that has one triangle in the front, two on the sides, and one in the back. I'll have to make the triangle smaller than the ones I'm doing right now, so they all fit in that width. It's definitely more work than just doing 3 or 2, but I'm hoping that will combine all of the aspects that I like from the 2 different styles. If you have any suggestions or opinions on the skirt development so far, please let me know. Which style do you like more, the red or the pink? Or do you want to see the 4 triangle style?